G'day everybody, welcome to the Monday Market Scan. Now what you're going to see from me on Mondays coming up, including this one as well obviously, is going to be a scan of a segment of the market that I see activity coming from. Now first of all, let me start you off by showing you the scans, the list that I scan each day, 5 days a week on live trading floor. I'll cover the FTX margin trading pairs. Why? Well, because they're great pairs to trade, and FTX, in my opinion, is the one that I use and therefore the best out there at this moment in time. If you do want to get an account, use the 10% discount link below. It helps me, it helps you because you get a discount, and I get a little kickback on their fees. Not your fees, their fees. There's also walkthrough videos of exactly how to use and raise orders with FTX that we have on this same YouTube platform, so that you won't be scared of using margin. You'll understand how to use it. Secondly, I've got the Binance margin trading pair list, which I'll need to amend it because I've read a few things today about some margin pairs that they're not going to be offering. Most of those do appear not to be affected, as we're sort of looking at more trading against BTC and US or Tether than anything more exotic. Now I must admit the Binance platform isn't all that great when it comes to using margin, and it's a little bit strange. It certainly looks like a platform that's been built by tech entrepreneurs and not people that have an understanding for markets. But with that being said, it does offer you margin, and again, you can get 10% off in the links below. The final one here is the Binance list of about the top 150 or so in there based on market capitalization. The reason we do that one is because it's for spot trading. Yes, it's all spot trading, so only looking for uptrends. I can't go short if they don't allow margin. Now, out of those three lists, I will scan all three of them each day to my members. To you, I'm going to be going through and finding where the action is and just focusing on that. And today, it's all about the FTX margin pairs. So I'm going to go through this full list with you, and we'll go and have a look at my scanning techniques and what I do. Of course, I use the moving averages, the 10 and the 20 that you see here in the MACD. The way I've got it set up just here is straight out of the box. If you want to find out more, then go and find out more. This is about a scan. All right, so looking at Bitcoin right here, we're going to look at the FTX contract. I'm looking for good trends first and foremost. Now, I saw this morning, was waiting to see if I could get a little cradle candle in here for an opportunity. Didn't go through, so I just went straight through, didn't set up, so now I can get rid of those levels. And I suspect now, with the market having pulled back quite significantly, nearly 6% right now, probably isn't going to be too much activity on these mids. I like to have the 4-hour up the top and the daily down below. Throw the 2-day up, and you can see we are in a downtrend there as well. So I'm just waiting to see what goes on there. Ethereum, another one here where we do has somewhat no supports. I'm looking for trend, I'm looking for support and resistance. They're the major things I'm looking for to kick off. Then I move through my watch list. And I go past these if there's nothing of relevance. So no support, no trend, move on. Algorand, I'm going to get rid of that level out of there. It's too messy. It's not precise enough. I need to have 3 tests for me to look for a potential Bitcoin breakout trade and 2 tests for there to be a specific level. I don't use sloping trend lines because they're a waste of time. They're too subjective. You can move them in all sorts of different angles. If you use them, fine, but I don't. And I think and believe I know them to be a complete waste of time when it comes to the way I trade. Here we have altcoin perpetual. An index made up of the altcoins, lower high, lower low. There is a trend, but I don't like the cyclicity here. There's good convergence on the lows to the MACD, but again, there's really nothing for me to work with after that push higher. Atom is very much the same there. It has slightly lower lows, but not good enough cyclicity. I want to see really nice, smooth flowing trends for me to be trading with good cyclicity. Currently, nothing on the radar. Okay, let's have a look at Binance right now. I was watching this on the lower time frames this morning, as a matter of fact, and it was looking really special up into here until, bam, we pushed higher. Had a multitude of reasons to be looking for a short there. I just didn't get the candle that I was after. Working from the 4-hour now, lower high, lower low. We're back in that cradle zone. I will leave that in my watch list, although it doesn't look fantastic. It is still there and relevant. BSV, again, having a look here on the daily. I was looking for a pullback into this region. We just smashed straight up through it once again. Divergence on these lows. There is no interest there from me. I will simply move on. Bitmax, sideways, don't like sideways market, waste of my time. Oh, Doge, okay. Now we've got test 1, test 2, and a bit of a bee's dick break there. Why is it a bee's dick? Because the bee's dick's really small, and you remember that. Little break there. No tests up here. That level is a reference point for me at the moment. I need to see more tests of that support. We do have lower high, potential lower high. Good convergence, but I need those lows to be tapping on that level for it to be of any interest for me. Haven't got that just yet. EOS right here. You can see we've broken down through these levels. Very messy. The level... Look... A chart like this for me, it's not about trading the breakout, it's about waiting for the pullback. So if this was to go fall, to break down through that and pull back in for a booster or a cradle, that's the sort of thing I'm looking for. Now, in my point of view right now, we got a way to go. That line is drawn in there as a reference point. It's got nothing else there that's of relevance. Now, you might be wondering why I'm not looking at the daily, and I normally would. The reason I'm not looking at the daily is because it's the afternoon or early evening for me here in Australia, and for me, I already know what the daily is looking like. It's pretty choppy. Overwhelmingly, the average, most of these have more momentum to the downside, but it is very choppy and very messy. The reason I go the daily in the 4 is because it's a multiple of 6. Yeah, it's a multiple of 6 there, from the 4 hour up to the daily. So it sort of breaks me down in between. Well, I'm pointing up here. It breaks me between, the lower time frames, the 2, the 1, the 30, and the 15, the 8, the 12, the daily, and the 16 and the daily. So it sort of sits right in the middle there. You spend enough time scanning doing this, you'll start to see things that you'll recognize where you can jump up the time frames or down the time frames. And I'm sure we'll see that in a moment. Ethereum Classic is holding its ground. Did so yesterday. Not a great deal of downward momentum yesterday. Look, it just held. Again, a pretty average looking chart. Very sideways. I call it crab walking. I don't like crab walking charts. I like charts that move. I like charts that move well and trend well. Exchange tokens pull back a little bit too far once again. Ooh, bingo. Now, when I put something in a watch list, you see this little button here, man, could go red. You can choose your color, but red for me goes into my watch list. Check this out. All right. Okay. This was obviously down on the 2, focused on this lower high to low. I'm actually going to get rid of that right now. If you hear any background noise, that's because I am in isolation and I've got 2 kids at home, and it's lots of fun when they fight and go nuts. So I'll just come back here and have a look at both of these different levels here, and what you can see is... Sorry, we'll look at this again. I had to tell the kids to... politely go to their rooms. Be quiet for daddy. Not seeing a double fib or anything in here, so I'm going to get rid of that level. So realistically, I'm going to kill that level off as well. I want to get some perspective here, because from the 4 to the 8 needs to be in agreement of trend, and we do have it. There is a lower high here, there is a lower low. Admittedly, it is not a fantastic trend. Quick look at the daily. It's rolling over. The 2 days probably had a cradle break. Yeah, it's moved lower. We're back in that zone. I will keep an eye on that. If a small candle does present itself, there may present an opportunity. I'll be sticking to my checklist-based trading sessions where I literally have essential factors and bonus factors and tick those boxes. That's keeping it as simple as I can. Leo, too thin. See this spiky stuff? It's not optimal chart structure. It's really thin markets usually, and I don't like to trade in thin markets because my slippage becomes bad, and I just don't like that. Link once again, pull back into here. Opportunity was there over the weekend. Did move, not very far, but it has moved so far. Now though, again, I want that really nice cyclicity. I want to see the market just sort of, moving away like this. Okay, this is what I like. Move, pull back, move, pull back, move, pull back. That's what I'm after. Now, whether it's up or down, I can make money either way because I'm trading with margin here. That's the sort of thing I'm looking for. I have not got that here, so I can move on. Litecoin, very sideways again. And look, a lot of the time, guys, you're going to be spending your time not trading. As a matter of fact, the way that I trade, the way that I scan is to not look for trades to take. I'm actually looking for reasons to leave the market alone. Okay, so big difference there. I am looking to go through a process of elimination as opposed to, where's a trade, where's a trade? I'll go days without trades if it's just not good enough. Coming down now, OKB. Again, we're on the perpetual. Perpetual is like your like your stable coin, right? Like the USD, right? That's what we're looking at here. That's why I love this list. I like to trade from this list because what I've got is I've got one extraordinarily volatile pair at the front, say Bitcoin, and then I've got the perpetual contract at the back, which is say the US dollar. We'll just compare it to that, right? Now the beauty of that is that if one is very, very volatile and the other is not, then I get big moves up and I get big moves down. Now the beauty of trading with margin is that I can trade in either direction and still make money. If I'm trading against BTC, well, both of those can be volatile. And for me, it makes it a little more tricky. Not to say you can't do well, not at all. And not to say I don't trade on those markets. It's just I much prefer when I'm using margin, especially, to be working against a somewhat stable token, which is the perpetual contract in this particular list. Now you can see I marked in the support through here. It did break. And I went straight back above, so a clean, clear rejection there from OKB. I'm going to take that out right now. By the way, do I care what these tokens are made up of? Do I care what their business model is? The answer is no. I don't care about any of them. And it's because I'm a trader. I read charts in a visual sense with checklists like I have been for the last 14 years. Okay, putting my eyes into crypto now. The shitcoin index, it's very sideways. Again, I want that true clarity and clear price structure. Again, Tomo, pretty average there. Tron moved high. There is a lower high, there is a lower low, but I just don't like that trend. Again, it's been quite messy since we saw that big sell-off Thursday 2 weeks ago. It's been a little bit, hey, how's your mother? You know, it's been a little bit confused out there. This looked better, higher high, pulling back, and then it failed again. So we reversed into a downtrend. Now I can tell you right now, the 2 hour might actually look quite good here. Okay. Let me. There's a little bit of support there, but it doesn't concern me too much. And you'll understand what, with my trading rules, that about my rules around support and resistance with a trade. Looking at the facts here, lower high, lower low, moving averages are in the correct order. Good convergence here from the 2 hour to the 4 hour. Lower high, lower low, moving averages, although only just, that is fine. They are in the correct order there. The daily is rolling over. I mean, ultimately that's a higher low, higher high. Could potentially, continue here, but I'm going for the 4 to the 8 to the 16, and I don't mind it. The 16 doesn't add much, but the 4 and the 8 being the major plays, they're looking more at trend than anything else. That is a lower high, that is a lower low. On the 4 hour, that is clearly a lower high, that is a lower low. As a matter of fact, we were in an uptrend and I was stalking a position here, and then it broke. I was stalking a position here on the 4 hour. I didn't end up taking that. If I had, my stop would have been down here and I would have got a little profit out of that. Little bit of profit. But then you can see, look, a lower high to lower low. So we went from an uptrend to a downtrend. It just quickly reversed. Now, I don't care what you call that. You can call it Tom, Dick, or Harry. The name of what the reversal is just taking away from what truly does matter. It's not the name, it's what's actually happening there with the market. So for me, it is in a downtrend. It's the 2 and the 4 and the 8 I'm looking at. On this 2, do I have space to get a 1-to-1 before that? Absolutely. I'm going to put XRP in my list, and that's probably the best looking one out there at the moment. Doesn't mean I'll take it. It does not mean that. No. It just means at the moment it's the best of a bunch that is rather quiet. Tezos, I'm happy to leave that. Again, that cyclicity is just not evident. Privacy coin, pretty average there. And we've got some gold tokens that are a little bit thin. I use them more as a hedge token if I need it. So there you go, guys. That is my list. Of course, you can just come to your red list here and you will see what's in that watch list. And you can go and keep an eye on that throughout the rest of your session. Now, if you want to get the FTX list like I have got there, then jump in the community. Because we've got it there. Or drop us an email. We're happy to help out. Jump on the link below to get an FTX 10% discount code. And if you have a pre-existing FTX account in your client, if you've got a pre-existing FTX account, drop us an email before the beginning of what's the next month? April. And we just need the code, the six number code on your referral code, and we can get you plugged into that discount as well for clients. So guys, enjoy the scan. I hope this has helped. It's how I scan markets. If you want to see this 5 days a week, then subscribe to Live Trading Floor. We've got some big discounts going on. But look, beside the point, hopefully it took up some of your day, and hopefully you're in lockdown, you're taking care of yourself and your family and your loved ones, and we'll do it again next week. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.